Hey YouTube family, how you doing? Welcome to round 3 of the MK53. And I did it again. I pressed pause when I thought I was pressing record and lost a whole bunch of video. So from video number 2, this is where we're at right now. The guitar is reassembled, the neck is done. I put the Musi tuners on there, polished up the body. Man, these guitars are some nice. Look at that flame. They are super nice. It's too bad they're not just a little tighter in their specs. I put a shim in the neck here to tighten it up in the pocket, and I added a shim underneath to raise it a little bit because the shim they had in there was really no good. I'm going to install these Music Lily More Than Guitar Parts brass saddles. We're going to put those on there. And, you know, it's good because it says right on here, it says how to install saddles. So for anybody out there who don't know, it says, you know, remove the old saddles and replace them with your new Music Lily saddles. That's good, I guess. All right, so we'll do that. Then we'll just take these old ones out and we'll put these new ones in and see what happens. I'm just in the process of filing the nut slots now. The neck on this one was really good. There was only, fret 2 was high. Fret 7 and 9 were high, but only on the edges, like only on the ends. And then fret 11 was high. And then there was a couple of ends here. I think, geez, I can't remember. Maybe 17, 18. Anyway, really, I just used a cheap crowning file, and I was able to take some meat off the top, and then I used my center Z file, which doesn't take meat off the top. I crowned all the frets again, polished them all up, and they are great. Look at those suckers shine. They're awesome. Conditioned the fretboard, you know, sanded the neck, because I did the tongue oil here with my elongated groove here. So this is all like super smooth now. It's really nice. So yeah, I'm just gonna file down the nut and install those saddles, and then I'll come back just before we put the new strings on. All right, the nut is done. I'm just gonna install these saddles, or these brass saddles, I guess. And you know what? Say what you will about Music Lily. Oh, they're cheap. They're just overseas parts, whatever. But they're Ultraline. Fantastic. And look, it comes with the wrench, obviously, but it comes with different length intonation screws, depending on whatever guitar you're installing them on. And it comes with different length action adjustment screws as well. So good thinking on these guys' part, right? So when your screw digs into your hand, you just take a shorter one and put it in there. So fantastic. All right, I'm going to follow the instructions and I'm going to put these on. All right, I got the old saddles off. Before I go any further, I want to check these screws, because remember, on the first Michael Kelly, these screws were nothing more than pickguard screws holding this bridge plate down. So I replaced the ones on the other Michael Kelly with longer screws here. Well, let's see what they have in here. What? Look at that. Pickguard screws to hold down a bridge. Is that like okay? There's a lot of tension coming up from there, but I guess, you know what? I guess the string is coming out through the body. It's not like it's top-load bridge. If that was a top-load bridge and you were torquing it, and you had pickguard screws holding that in there, holy smokes, I think you'd be in for some problems down the road. No, I'm putting longer screws in there. I don't like that one bit. All right, I'm going to put these 1-inch screws in there. There we go. Now we got some depth on the back of that bridge plate. All right, brass saddles, here we come. Saddles are in. That's cool because the brass matches the caramel top of this Telecaster, so it's pretty cool. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take my measuring tape and I'm going to put it right at the bottom of the nut, and I'm going to pull this back to 25.5, and I'm almost there right now. Yeah, I'm pretty much right there. Huh, look at that. I guess I've done a few of these. So 25.5 for the first saddle. And then, I'm just going to stagger, I'm just going to stagger these, which I sort of already did. And that'll give me like a starting point. There, I guess I kind of already did. So that's what I normally do when I install new saddles. If it's a 25.5 inch scale, butt this part against the nut facing the bridge, and then I measure 25.5 right to the saddle, and it's usually pretty close. All right, we're ready for some new strings. Holy smokes, I'm doing this final intonation setup, and I haven't used my driver to adjust the length of the intonation yet. I'm 3 for 3, I'm bang on, just by measuring with the tape that first string and then staggering the other ones. I'm bang on to the tuner. I was like, what? Let's see if I can get the 3 last ones too. All right, luck has ended. This one has to lengthen a bit. I'll finish the last 2 strings. I just thought, man, if I get all 6 bang on, just by fluke, that'd be probably the first time in YouTube history. I want to get that on camera. All right, guys and girls, it's done. I am done. I only have to intonate 3 of those. That's pretty good. That little measuring tape trick works well. So yeah, we are done. I was able to get away with just 1 string tree as opposed to 2. This works great, actually. Doesn't look the best. It's a little bit exaggerated. If I hadn't messed it up, it would be good. It would be about half that length. But that works great for truss rod adjustment. Man, it just slides right in there now, and you can adjust as you wish, right? I mean, really, it's no worse than this. So look at the hole in that sucker. Right, and that doesn't even come with a cover. It's a great big squared off hole. It's not tapered. So, different guitars have different styles. So that's going to be the style of this one. The Music Tuners, fantastic. They're great. The frets turned out good. The nut, I rounded it off with my Dremel. I cut it down a little bit because the strings were in there too deep. Filed it like you saw just at the beginning of this video. Conditioned the fretboard, polished the whole neck with steel wool. Yeah, this thing turned out great. This is what I used for a shim. It's, it's this stuff that you iron on, right? Like, I didn't iron this on, but I just used it as a shim. And I also used it to shim the neck up. So I put a piece at the bottom and I put a piece on the side, and lost that video. But anyway, it's in there and it seems to be working. I haven't played it yet, so we'll try it. Just set the action, intonation. I got to check the pickup height. But before I do that, before we plug it in, I just want to open it up and see if that cavity is all shielded. All right, let's have a quick look. Oh, look, they have bridge screws holding down the control plate. Or is it control plate screws holding down the bridge? Anyway, they're the same. All right, let's check this out. Let me get a cloth here on my nice polished guitar. Yes, sir. We have shielding paint in there. And they even bring it up and over so that it makes contact with the plate. So, yeah, no issues there. Soldering points are very good. No problemo whatsoever. They have tape on this one as well, underneath, just to make sure that none of these contacts make contact with the shielding paint. So that's all right, I guess. No problems at all. That looks really good, actually. A lot neater than the other one. All right, well, I guess the only thing left to do now is plug it in. We are plugged in. Check the tuning right quick. These strings are going to stretch for a bit, so I just put them on. Should probably stretch them one time. All right, here we go. Here's an open E chord. combination sounds better. Yep. Awesome. These brass saddles give it some snap. It's pretty good. I like it. You've heard all the pickups anyway. Here's the fourth position. Such a big sound. Right? Like kind of like a... Station tune pretty good. Let's get some drive on there. Sweet! This thing plays great. Wow. It turned out really well. You know, I'm glad I didn't give up on it. I mean, it's not, you know, it wasn't anything really bad. I mean, that truss rod wrench thing, that was probably the worst thing. Like I said, the frets are pretty good. The neck was rough. It had to be sanded, just like the other one. They must, you know, they don't put much on this. They must try and leave it as satin as possible. but in doing such, maybe the sanding process isn't as good as it should be. The tuners on this one, only one of the 6 were really good. The other ones all had looseness and play in the shaft. So these Musi locking tuners that I had left over from my blackout project on my other one really spruced this thing up. The brass saddles, they just look cool because they kind of match the caramel look of the guitar. It's kind of neat. And as far as the electronics go, these Michael Kellys have really nice sounding pops. Like the Rockfield, I think. I don't know if they're like a Michael Kelly design pickup or if Rockfield, you can just buy them. I haven't looked them up online. The quad mod is pretty cool. I like it. It turned out okay. I will definitely gig this thing. And if there's an issue, I will let you know. But as of right now, this thing is great. If it wants to stay like this, I'll be super happy. Thanks for watching, guys. Comment if you wish. Let me know what you think. Have a great week. Take care. God bless. And keep rocking your 6-string, whatever it might be. Have a good one.